Welcome back to Tea Transitions, the space where we explore the moments that shape us, stretch us, and sometimes completely transform us. Hi,
Hi.
I'm Rosie.
Hi, I'm Farah. Nice to see you again.
Good to see you in this chilly weather, 26 right here. So,
Mhm.
today we would like to talk a little bit about very common topic to all of us, which is moving to a new city or a new state or relocating to a new country has always been one of the most underestimated life transitions.
Yep.
So it touches everybody, shape or form, touches your identity, your relationships, your beliefs, and even the way we see ourselves. So, Farah,
hmm
what came to your mind immediately once I shared with you the topic today?
Well, to me, whether you took a chance to go to another city, we're speaking of, say, the United States, which is very big, or to another country to study, work, travel,
Hmm.
whatever reason that brought you away from the place where you have grown up,
Hmm.
is actually one of the major changes, major upheavals in one's lives, actually.
Hmm.
And that can, in turn, even further be broken up into several different topics,
Yeah,
because it could be changes to the weather, like me. 15
right.
years on, I hate the cold.
And
I
you
don't care
still
what you
complain
say.
about it.
I can't
Hmm.
stand it. I don't like layers, stuff like that.
Yep,
So I do what I can, which is, my house is extremely warm. My
there
husband
you
had to
go.
adjust to that. Change in food, change in cultures, work ideas, workplace environment, language, so many different changes, when you are away from your place of birth or your city of birth, for instance.
I want to dive deeper because just like if you are relocating, right,
Mm.
from state to state or this part of the town to just maybe 15 minutes away, it is still part of a moving relocation.
Mm-hmm.
So first and foremost, you have to build your mind to be ready for that and physically. And typically a lot of time it's always the typical mindset of logistic boxes or the
Mm-hmm.
leases, you talk about jobs,
Yeah.
but very often we never mention the word emotional.
Mm.
It is a whole damn journey when it comes to emotion.
Yeah, that is true. I agree.
And
I,
we
I think we take
never
care, yeah, we take care of the logistics side of things,
more
things that
than
we, yeah, yeah.
emotion.
Because I think we don't think that it would affect
Hmm.
us emotionally. Maybe that's the reason why. I'm not
Hmm.
very sure, but I think that's what it is. And sometimes when a problem is not seen, you therefore think it's not there,
Now,
right?
very, very recent experience from for me when I moved from Virginia to South Carolina. I moved
Mm-hmm.
first before Bob, right? This topic resonated to
Mm.
me because I pretty much load up my car. It doesn't matter how heavy the thing was, even though I know I have very, very bad carpal tunnel, but
Mm.
we just load it up, not thinking that once I reach in South Carolina, I have to be the damn person to unload this. So damn it, it's not just a damn move. It's
Mm.
everything. It's a
Yeah,
shift.
yeah, it's a shift.
So bottom line is this topic is crazy. I mean,
Mm.
I have a lot of emotion already talking about it because it impacted me so much.
Yeah.
But there is no mirror for us in during that movement, right? For us to look at ourselves in the mirror to just say what kind of reflection here that we can take on. It's
Mm.
too late.
Yeah. I think, again, for me, roll with it. Think about it later. That's always been what I tend to do,
Yeah.
And what it entails basically is an assimilation.
Yep.
or a change of mindset,
Yep.
and a general, yep, I can do this attitude, because
Yep.
there's no other way. You're in that position already, you know?
And it takes a while for you to build up that same character when you move to a different place. I'm talking
Exactly.
about before I move, with the neighbors. I cook for them, we invite, we hang out, but I'm in a new place. I am no longer the person from that neighborhood, that
Mm-hmm.
Asian girl who is always, "Tit, tit, 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 tit." No,
Yeah.
I'm no longer. I'm in a very brand new environment. I'm very
Mm.
self-conscious of my whereabout
Mm.
because I'm starting from ground zero.
Mm. Yeah.
And that can be
So,
terrifying as well as
yeah.
liberating sometimes, depending on who you're
Yes.
talking to.
That is true. I remember when I first moved to the DC area.
Hmm.
Now I've traveled in the US, but I've never lived in the US. So when I first moved here, we lived in a nice area in DC, and I remember my husband telling me this. And it's a good area, mind you, in DC. And he told me, "Don't walk in the back alley at night."
Hmm.
And I'm like, "Why? I come from Singapore. I can walk at 2 o'clock in the
Mm-mm.
morning, and nobody's gonna bother me." And he said, just don't walk back there. There's gonna be crime if you walk back there. It happens. And I'm thinking, I live in a good neighborhood. Imagine if I didn't. And I'm
Mm.
being told I cannot, you know, go to the bank. And
Yeah.
one more instance is, I remember going to the bank one time, and I was going back home, and someone had asked me, "Oh, can you help me bring some cash?" I said, "Yeah,
Hmm.
okay, sure." So I went to the bank, wanted to withdraw $2,000, not much, just $2,000. This is in my DC neighborhood. Went to the
Hmm.
bank on the morning that I was going to travel.
Hmm.
And I said, "Can I withdraw $2,000 from my bank account?" And the teller told me, "We don't have money." And I was looking at her. I said, "You're a bank." She said, "No, I don't have money to give you because the
Mm.
money is in the safe."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "I'm not understanding. You are a bank." She said, "Oh, for security purposes, if you need anything more than $1,000,
Hmm.
um, you have to
That's
apply through
typical.
our bank manager." And I was like
Correct.
extremely confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they did that for a reason, right?
Mm,
So that's why when you are planning to go somewhere new,
mm,
it's just general knowledge, which is always important to, just briefly
mm,
learn. These are just small snippets that you never thought it's crucially important, but it
yeah.
is important at some
Hmm.
some point, right? And speaking of that too, you can immediately start to notice yourself that you are actually either more introverted or extroverted, or sometimes more sensitive to the change.
Hmm.
What I mean by that, you then realize that you are performing a version of yourself that maybe will take a while to fit into the new environment because
Mm.
you are so used to the old environment.
Exactly.
This is the relocation that we need to learn how to adapt to
Mm,
change. This is the part where it actually helped to reveal your strengths, whether you like it or not. You
mm,
just have to push it and do it.
exactly. And I think even if you do your research, there are certain things that is a curveball, and you
Mm.
come to it and you realize, oh, okay, so this is how things are done here. It's not how I'm used to it being done. It may take
Hmm.
you years to understand totally and to get fully assimilated, but eventually, with grit and perseverance, you
Yeah,
get through it, for all of us. But I think, like coming back to what you said, it makes us more resilient
yeah,
because we've now gone through it. May be small achievements to a
yeah.
lot of people, but when you are alone there by yourself and not really having a lot of support, it
Mm.
kind of like throws you off.
Have you ever thought about, wow, this is like rewinding back the memories now, right?
Yeah.
On this topic, during that time, how relocation actually make you keep or make you lose or make you gain relationships. I
Hmm.
know in my experience, I pretty much packed my stuff and moved to the States,
Mm.
saying to everybody, I'll be back. I didn't even
Mm-hmm.
quit my job, thinking that, hey, I'll probably wing it to
Yeah.
look around and see how things are. Nope, I didn't go
Mm.
back. But I lost so many friends because
Mm.
by then social media is already in presence at that
Mm.
time. I don't remember their last name. I don't remember their full Chinese name or whoever that is,
Mm.
or let alone their phone number. So
Mm.
in my experience, I completely lost touch.
Mm.
What about you? Do you remember?
No, I was lucky enough. Social media was already in play.
Yeah, that's
I know
right. You came
because I
here.
came here very late.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I keep telling people the experience between coming here in your early 20s as opposed
Mhm.
to your early 40s is tremendous.
Oh, yeah,
Because in your early 20s you're still easily molded
yeah,
and you assimilate a lot better before you were ever established in the corporate world, before you gain a footing in any job.
yeah,
So you can easily make those changes. But when you come in your 40s and you're established and you're used to certain things, it's kind of very, very difficult, honestly. For me, I felt,
yeah.
because it was a whole change
Mm,
of my mindset to say, I am now married, in my 40s
yeah.
when I've been so independent for so very long. And it was a lot of changes,
And it
that
helps
came with that.
you, to open up new doors for new relationships with the people that you
Yes.
meet, with the people that you work with.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
eventually ended up becoming the person that you are not used to, but because of
Mm.
your new environment, you have to instantly adapt to all of this change. Now,
I think, yeah, especially for those who have a lot more issues trying to establish relationships, it kind of throws you in the middle of it, and you have to start from zero, basically. And you learn that yes, whether you are an introvert or not, we all need certain support, and that maybe in terms of your spouse, or
Mhm.
from what we understand from our other guests, when you rely solely on your spouse when you're alone abroad,
Mhm.
it is a lot of pressure for the spouse, and a lot of them end up having marriages that did not work in the long run. So there is that pressure of single mindedly
Hmm.
relying on one person, and that is a very, very tough situation for any relationship.
I would agree, and I want to add to that too, only
Mm.
because it's my personality.
Mm.
I need my people, right?
Yeah.
Um, During that process, being in a new place, I get to show up a different version of me, meaning to
Mm.
say, I get to choose how to introduce myself.
Yes.
I get to pick and choose the community of
Mm.
who and what that will benefit me. But granted,
Mm.
at that time, the immediate connection was through my husband, which is the
Mm.
Vietnamese community, and I immediately become a wedding singer and then work, blah, blah. Where I'm
Mm.
going with that is to share with folks is that sometimes when you relocate, you have yourself that you bring with you from the old environment. But when you come
Mm.
to the new environment with you, that's the new version of you.
Mm.
And that's also part of the growth that you never see yourself growing because you are
Mm.
just so preconsumed with that moment. Oh, I have to do this, I'm so excited. The excitement is always in the air
Mm.
during that process. But during that process, growth, it's also important what's happening to you.
Yes, exactly.
It's
And
beautiful.
what we have also known from our interactions with other foreigners who come here, some of them take the opportunity to totally reinvent themselves.
Mhm.
I would call it a version 2.0, totally brand new, with a brand new name, with a brand new lifestyle. Totally.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a choice, I
Yeah.
feel, that you make because it gives you that opportunity to discard everything that you don't want from your old life and re-establish yourself as someone new. So that has happened. And that doesn't even have to happen from one country to another country. We've known people who
Mm-mm.
come from different cities in the US,
Mm-hmm.
come to a brand new city, and suddenly, hey,
Mm-hmm.
it's a totally different person,
Yep.
with a different, yeah, because that allows them the reinvention, I would say, right?
So, in a nutshell, relocation actually teach you a lot of things in so
Mm,
many different ways. Resilience,
mm,
patience, um, flexibility, and this, I think to me, this is important, and your ability to sit in a very uncomfortable situation.
yes. I would say so, yes. I have been through a few of that myself, and
Hmm.
I agree. Because when you go to a new place where people's beliefs are different from yours,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I have been placed in such situations where I have to learn to bite my tongue and not say anything because it's just so dramatically different from what I grew up with and what was taught to me. And you just have to sometimes pick your battles. I don't know about you, but that's what I have
Immediately, what came
gone
to my
through.
brain, my light bulb just went,
Mm, mm,
is the word trust.
mm,
It taught me how to trust myself even more, in the
mm,
sense of being in an unfamiliar place, that I rely on myself to give me that intuition, to read the vibe, to read the people, to read the energy, to read the environment, to make that decision.
mm-hmm.
Because then I was able to control, either to let go or to go
Yes.
forward, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Um, it actually humbled me,
Mm,
because I wasn't the hoo-hoo girl anymore, like in Singapore. I
mm,
know this place, I can walk with my eyes closed.
mm,
Instead, being here in Richmond, I tend to be very careful with my environment, with my surrounding,
mm.
and I always take the same road, because why? I need to feel comfortable.
Yes.
I'm very familiar with this street and whatnot. It automatically make me feel not lonely anymore. So
Mm,
eventually I branch out.
mm. I think for all of us, there are different versions of the experiences that we
Mhm.
go through, and how you react to the experiences makes it your own.
Correct.
And sometimes we learn from other people of how they reacted in such a situation to realize and to understand that, oh, okay, so this can be done.
Hmm.
I can manage this. I think it's inevitable that when you relocate that you change,
Hmm.
and how much that change again is
Up
also
to you.
up to you.
Mm-mm.
But on the other hand, you may not have realized that there's even change. So for as much as I hate winter, to a certain degree I can tolerate the cold a little bit better. But but
How much is
as a
tolerate a little better means? Please explain.
so instead of 3 sweaters, I can go down to 2 sweaters. So that much change.
Oh my God.
It's baby steps, I suppose.
There you go.
The changes, baby steps. 15 years on, 15 years on, baby steps with the weather.
Baby ganyot.
Yeah, baby. Exactly. Very slow growing baby.
Now, have you ever thought about this too? That relocation it can also be a transformation of you being rebirthed, because you
Mm,
become someone else in a different environment. No, 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 no. I take that back. You rediscover yourself
yes.
because of being so discomfort, right? New
Mm,
environment, everything is new. Then you shed the old beliefs, and then you release the old version of you, because you're taking all of this new stuff, new areas for you to grow, new
mm,
possibilities for you to have a good job here, so on
mm.
and so forth. It
I
really
wouldn't
stretch
say
you.
again, I think it comes back to when you came, because for me, I'm very firm as to who I am in that sense. And coming here late, it may have fortified and tweaked. Maybe the
Mm.
word is tweak,
Mm-hmm.
because my core self is the same. But I think I've become a more rounded person
Mm.
with all the other experiences that I've been exposed to living abroad. And it has, yeah, as I said in one of our other session, I have become more accepting and more tolerant of certain things, but not certain behaviors.
There you go.
So yeah, there are
So,
different scenarios,
oh, of course, absolutely. And different
Mm,
individual will probably share different things that they went through.
exactly. Yeah.
So, in closing,
Mm,
I want to throw this out there to our listeners. How much does relocation change you?
hmm I
Does
agree.
it does it reshape your identity, your
Mm,
relationship, your beliefs, or
mm,
even your sense of home? I know for the fact to both of us, it challenges us, it grows us. And then
mm,
at some point, once you get your bearings, sometimes you even feel as if this relocation kill us. So
hmm
this week, we invite our listeners to reflect only on one question. Ask this question to yourself. What part of me is being reshaped by this transition?
hmm I think that's a very good question, because you may not realize that it had happened, or that it is still happening, but there has been change. So
Mm,
tell us, share your stories with us, because we
mhm.
would like to find out.
Yep.
As we have shared ours, we realize that everybody has a different story, and that's what we are very interested to find out. I think the best way forward is to acknowledge that we've made those changes, and it will keep
Mhm.
happening. And basically, don't fight it if you're going to make the move, because it's going to be get more
Oh,
difficult.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So, folks, comment below or direct message us, or best to email us at hello@ttransitions.com because your voice matters. We are so interested now to know because this happened to all of you, right? Woman who moved, living abroad. What part of me, I'm going to pin this question, what part of me is being reshaped by this transition?
Exactly. And I say, keep it coming. We are very happy to hear from you.
Keep it coming. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your time, for listening, and don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, may your transitions be gentle and your tea
Yep.
always warm. We'll see you in
Yeah.
the next episode. Bye.
Bye.